Welcome back, everyone. This is Brownie Studios, and we're your hosts, Diaa and Manil. Last episode, we discussed True Off My Chest, where we covered some very bizarre stories. If you haven't seen it already, feel free to check it out. And today, we're going to be going back to Am I the Asshole?
This one, the user is Round Replacement 7840. Am I the asshole for complimenting a friend of mine, making my fiancé jealous?
No.
What do you guys think? Am I the asshole for complimenting a friend of mine, making my fiancé jealous? In my opinion, OP is the asshole, because why would you go complimenting your friend knowing it makes your fiancé jealous?
So you can't compliment anyone?
I'm just saying, if OP knows that complimenting that particular friend makes her jealous, then don't do it when she's around, or don't do it.
Yes.
Okay, so I've, 29M, known my good friend Sarah, 29F, since we were both 7 years old. We both grew up together and were very close. Sarah is very beautiful and stylish. She's working as a bridal consultant and a stylist, and she's into the fashion industry, so her sense of style is immaculate, he says. My fiancée Jane, 27F, is a lawyer. She has more casual chic style, while Sarah has a more glamorous style, and I realize how both women's works and lifestyles also affect their sense of style. For the record, I adore my fiancée. I've been with her since she was 20 and I was 22. Proposed to her a year ago, and she's the nicest, most supportive woman I've ever met. So before anyone says I may be attracted to Sarah over my fiancé, remember this.
I was thinking that.
Sarah is a good friend, but we are not compatible to work as a couple at all. Her life goals do not align with mine, and her lifestyle is exhausting for me. While Jane, on the other hand, and I are compatible in every aspect. Sarah is what we'd call conventionally attractive, while Jane has a more unique kind of beauty. Okay.
That's just saying she's ugly.
In that paragraph alone, it's almost like he's settling for Jane.
Yeah, it sounds like he...
And the fake names as well. Plain Jane.
I didn't even think about that.
I feel like even when he's describing Sarah, he's not mentioned his fiancée, but when he's describing his fiancée, he's comparing his fiancée to Sarah already. So I'm already getting red flags.
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
I agree. I forget what he said, but that last paragraph. Oh yeah, where he said that the lifestyles don't match.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not attracted to her. Before you say I'm attracted to her, we're actually not compatible. But he's not saying that he's not attracted to her. So, Sarah is the kind of woman who will make everyone's head turn and just stare at her whenever she enters a room. She's always been like that. Jane didn't seem to mind at first, but later on she started getting bothered whenever I over-complimented Sarah, but still didn't make a big deal out of it. What's over-complimented?
Yeah.
How much is he complimenting her in front of his own fiancé, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
How much can you compliment a friend and then say I'm not attracted to them? A friend of Sarah and I got engaged over the weekend and had his engagement party to his new fiancé. Sarah was invited and so was I with my wife. As always, once Sarah walked in, everyone turned to look at her. It was one of the best outfits she'd wear and one of the best hairstylists she'd have. I went to greet her and I couldn't stop complimenting her all night long because she truly outdid herself.
How does he remember the outfits and hair that she has?
I noticed Jane sitting alone later. I went to ask her what's wrong. She replied that I'm ridiculous for asking her, as if I didn't know already. Then my friend's new fiancé and my friend pulled me to the side and told me that they spotted my fiancé crying in the hallway a while ago. And she told them that she feels like she's never going to be as good or as pretty as Sarah in my eyes, and she feels humiliated and jealous.
Understandable.
So my friend's fiancé also told me that what Sarah wore to the engagement party was beyond inappropriate, but she wouldn't say anything because she doesn't want to stir drama. And that at some point, Sarah needs to stop trying to have all the attention to herself, constantly trying to overshadow everyone. Am I the asshole?
Yes.
Why?
Because it sounds like he's not giving Jane any like attention, like none at all, at this one party. But it sounds like it's happening every single time that he sees Sarah.
Yeah, and the fact that he's like, oh, heads turn. I bet no one's heads are turning. It's just him.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like he has a crush on Sarah, but settled for Jane because Sarah gets all this attention and he doesn't want other people to have this attention on her if it's his girl kind of thing, you know?
Yeah, I hear it.
He seems that kind of person, like misogynistic.
Jealous.
Yeah.
He is the jealous one, if anything.
Yeah, and he's trying to make it out to be that his fiancé is jealous. Like with that title, he's like, am I the asshole for complimenting my friend, making my fiancé jealous? So he knows he's making his fiancé jealous.
Yeah, exactly. Like paying one compliment maybe at the beginning.
Yeah.
Oh, you look so nice. And then just leave it at that for the rest of the night, you know?
Exactly. But the fact that he was complimenting all night long, and then he didn't even realize his fiance's gone and is crying the whole way. Like, how much are you into Sarah to be like, what an asshole?
He completely forgot she existed.
Literally. I feel sorry for Jane. If she doesn't leave him now, she's going to be trapped for the rest of her life. She needs to leave him. Jane, whatever your real name is, please leave him. Right, what do you guys think? Do you think he's the asshole, or do you think it's perfectly fine what he's doing? We won't judge, just let us know.
What does Reddit think?
Oh yeah. So it's not been marked by Reddit if it's an asshole or not.
But what are the comments saying?
It's just quoting what he said, okay? So, I went to greet her and I couldn't stop complimenting her all night long because she truly outdid herself. What the hell? You couldn't stop, yeah? Yeah, the asshole. You're the asshole. And then, even worse, OP's fiancé had already commented that OP over-complimented his friend. OP, why can't you just zip it with the compliments for other women? No, for women that aren't your fiancé, full stop. How other women look shouldn't be important enough to you to compliment them all night long, particularly in front of the woman you claim to love and want to marry. You're the asshole. And then someone said what you basically were saying, which I agree with. Complimenting someone else regardless of gender shouldn't be a problem. I like getting compliments from my male friends, and I don't mind at all when my husband compliments his female friends. I feel like if OP had just said, "Hi, you look great tonight," to his friend and moved on, it wouldn't have been a problem for anyone. But it sounds like he spent the evening blatantly fawning over her, which I suspect was uncomfortable for everyone, including the friend.
I'd agree.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people are on the same page. I just want to find one where it's like, oh,
he's not the asshole?
Yeah, not the asshole.
2,000 years later.
I'm still trying to find...
Oh. So in the time I deleted a bunch of videos from the memory card, Diaa still hasn't found a comment where he's not the asshole. Am I the asshole for throwing my sister and her son out of my house?
No.
Interesting.
Because it's her house, she can do what she wants. And I feel like there's a lot of family drama these days. Not these days, but yeah.
So it goes. I, 35M, am a single father of 3 boys, 10, 7, and 3, all M. Their mother died last year due to ovarian cancer. It has been a very rough year, to say the least. My sister got divorced 6 months ago and temporarily moved in with me and the boys. She has a son, my nephew 9M, who stays with us most of the time. My nephew and my 10-year-old are not the best of friends, but so far I get along fine, apart from some teasing from both sides. A few weeks ago, my 10-year-old started telling me that his cousin was bullying him and being mean to him. He called him names, pushed him around, took his video games, etc. I talked to my sister many times and told her to talk to her son. We talked to both the boys together and things settled down. Oh, yesterday was my 3-year-old's birthday. So my whole family was here and my late wife's family as well. It was extremely emotional for everyone because it was the first birthday since my wife's been gone. The boys, 10-year-old and 9-year-old, started fighting again, and I asked them to both calm down and behave. My son started crying and told me his cousin teased him about him not having a mum. Yeah.
That comes from the parents.
That's real bad. I choked up and asked my nephew if that was true, and he said yes, but that he's sorry. I figured I'd have a proper talk with him and my sister after the party, so I just told him that what he said was really awful and he cannot say it again. I comforted my son and we went back to the party. Before we cut the cake, my sister came yelling at me, saying I had no business disciplining her child. I told her to drop it and we'll talk later. Instead, she said, "Besides, he's right, kids need a mom." I had tears in my eyes, and by the time she just said, "See, it's even turning you into a PU***Y.
I can't. Are you being serious?
Yeah, that's what it says.
Oh my god. Okay, how'd she get kicked out? I would have kicked her out then and there.
Right? My in-laws were crying, I was tearing up, the kids were upset, just awful. I told her to stop it and just leave me and the kids and the family to cut the cake and we will talk this evening.
Yeah.
She said, "Listen, we both lost our spouses, but at least I'm still a normal person." She stormed off. After the party, I told her she has 2 days to pack her shit and leave.
Yeah.
She is begging me not to throw her out because she and her kid will be homeless. Am I the asshole for throwing her out?
No.
I agree.
Absolutely not. Oh my god.
100% agree with you.
What a dickhead. I knew it comes from the parents.
How-
Like, kids don't automatically think those things, you know?
How can she be comparing a divorce to the death of a parent? That's fucked up.
That is so messed up. If I was there, I'd slap her and kick her out then, and I wouldn't even give her the 2 days. I'll pack your bags for you. You get out right now.
Yeah.
I'll send you a shit. And send you the bill. Nah. That's so messed up. And to the kid, you know.
There's an update.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, so update. My mom agreed to take my sister in temporarily, and my nephew is still going to his dad's because now his dad is saying that there's no way he's letting my sister ruin their kid. I want to thank you all for your kind words and all the love and support. Also, to everyone who also shared about losing a loved one, I am so sorry for your loss.
Yeah.
My nephew is supposed to leave tomorrow morning. My mom is picking up my sister right around that time. And my in-laws are bringing my boys back in the evening. We'll have a little post-birthday thing for my little one when they come. Just me, the boys, and my in-laws. Just some ice cream. He said he prefers it over cake and a few cartoons, one day at a time.
Oh, he's such a good soul.
Yeah.
They did a good job raising him. I'm glad they got rid of the toxicity. Toxicity.
In the city. So the first comment says, "Not the asshole, your wife died. That's significantly different from being divorced. Good job protecting your children from her poisonous attitude, and crying due to grief is hardly being a pussy. So good on you for showing your boys that."
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, everyone else is just saying that they agree that he's not the asshole.
Yeah. It's just like my last one. Everyone was just like, "You're not the asshole." Thank you for watching, everyone. If you like what you saw, subscribe, like, and share with your family. For more information on what we talked about today and for our socials, check the description down below. Until next time.